So in 2019 we went on a trip, me, my wife, my son, to Pakistan, and at the time I wasn't doing the TravelDog channel, I wasn't vlogging it up, so I didn't record it properly as a vlog, but I did make masses of films there just anyway. Anyway, all the YouTubers have gone crazy with Pakistan at the moment, so I thought I may as well put this Pakistan trip up, and as I didn't you know, vlog it up properly at the time, I'm going to do a little voiceover right now. Yeah, so anyway, so we went off, my wife's Pakistani, and we went with her mum and her dad, Daddy Jan and Mummy Jan, as you will see. And anyway, so here you go guys, let's head it off into Pakistan. So, this is us just driving through Islamabad, chilling out, rocking around in the back of the car, going past these absolutely massive buildings. We were staying at a hotel called the Serena Hotel, which is really nice. And look at, you got these great views. Look at that, right out there, sort of over everything. Like I said, I wasn't probably vlogging it, so there's a bit of probably crazy zooming in and out as we go along. But it's an amazingly beautiful country. You've got all sorts of sort of fascinating, wonderful things you drive around. Now this is like our first day in Islamabad, and we went to the Faisal Mosque, like the sort of really famous mosque you get in Islamabad.
It's still officially outside.
Probably one of the most famous ones in the world in reality. And it's kind of really pretty, isn't it? Look at it, I mean, it's absolutely amazing, it's so huge. And the other thing I particularly like was you've got that kind of really mad, like beautiful countryside in the background. So you've got this kind of amazing kind of view of the whole thing. Mrs. D's already in her gear. We get geared up later on in like shalwar kameez, although it's incredibly obvious we are not from Pakistan, and it's incredibly obvious when you see people from Birmingham also dressed up like that. You can see that everybody is all, yeah, it's obvious whether you're from there or not, basically, which I never realised it would be, but it is so obvious. Anyway, there we go. Look at these absolutely beautiful kind of hills out there in the background. Here we are, strolling around after we've been through the mosque. You couldn't film inside. Yeah. And look, I think I was always just amazed with how beautiful the scenery was. Not just the mosque itself, but that beautiful sort of greenery all around you. Look at it. And then I think we're going to get a few monkeys. What do you want? What could you possibly want more than some monkeys running around wherever you are? Now this I think is, we went up to, maybe I'm not sure if this is, yeah, I think so. We went up to the Magala Hills. I think this, maybe it's the same day. Went up to the Magala Hills, which I think is like almost like a nature reserve. It was really cool up there, actually, really beautiful, and we walked around. And then we went to this Manal restaurant, which is like a mega famous restaurant. You can see loads of vloggers going there. I didn't record any of that, unfortunately. But you got this amazing views of Islamabad. Look at it. And that thing in the centre is a road, as far as I can see. But yeah, it's just so cool. Look at that sort of misty vibe as you look out across it all. It's so high up and so beautiful. It's just really cool. It just gives you really a sense of like a modern city. Look at it. I think I'll zoom in on that right. I'm fascinated by that bit in the centre the whole time. Because is it a road? Is it a river? I'm pretty sure it is actually a road. But yeah, because it's a road. Look at it. It's huge. Huge road. And look at all those buildings, those skyscrapers and the rest of it. It's just an unbelievable view across all of that.
They've got him.
So cool. And hot, obviously. HUD 11 at the time.
You can't see the monkeys. Well, don't fall off there, Midget.
He's looking out for monkeys. Check it out. It is just such an amazing view. You can stay there for hours looking at it. Oh yeah, this is back in the Margalla Hills, and the monkeys. I just absolutely get obsessed by monkeys whenever I see them in real life. I don't know why. I remember being in India and seeing these monkeys fighting on electricity cables above my head. And although you worried the electricity cables are going to be ripped down, you just couldn't stop looking at the monkeys. It's just impossible. You just thought, I've got to see that monkey. I've got to see that monkey. And also in India, I remember seeing a monkey and a dog fighting over a chapati. The monkey won and swallowed the chapati. Literally, it was like a cartoon. You could see the whole of the chapati inside its neck as it swallowed it, sticking out. Absolutely bizarre, but wonderful. Monkeys, yeah? It's really pretty up there.
I see another monkey on the way down.
Still, I don't. That monkey looks like it's stolen a handbag. As that is a monkey's job, and now it seems to be escaping. But obviously, you can see there's beautiful monkeys. Oh, and then you've got these beautiful eagles. Look at them just flying around. It's a beautiful thing. You've got all that nature. Look at them just zooming about.
Oh, hello.
Oh, and this is the dude who was driving us around. Oh no, this is the Serena Hotel where we're staying. I haven't got any footage of the hotel itself, but this was the pool we went swimming in. And everybody thought we were insane to go swimming, because that's me and Refugee Dadyal, because it was so, well, it was really warm for us, but everybody thought it was incredibly cold. Anyway, here we are. So, Daddy John's picked us up, and we are now en route to Azad Kashmir and Dadyal, which is the town where Daddy John lives nearby. And Mum John there, Mrs. D, and Daddy John in the front on the left there. And we are heading on our way to Azad Kashmir, and we're going to start. Oh, look at these amazing buses. Look at that beautiful kind of sort of decoration on it. Look at these amazing sort of, such a beautiful countryside. Interesting sort of colours actually, that sort of ochre, sienna and the greens. I just think it's interesting to see what it looks like in the countryside. Or once you head out of the cities. Here we go, I think we're, oh, what was that? Was that, I couldn't see. But, on we stroll, look at those beautiful sort of murals on the wall. Anyway, we're chilling out in the van, on the way. Eventually we're going to get some, chickpeas and naans, and I think we've got a sort of omelette as well. Sort of paratha rather, not so much naan. I don't think we got to the chickpea paratha stop yet, but we have. I know. Oh yeah, I think this is the chickpea paratha stop. But yeah, I just think it's quite interesting. It just gives you a nice chance to see all the sort of city. Oh, not a city, obviously a little mini town on the way. You see all the bikes. I'm pretty sure the dude parked around here, and then we headed out and got this sort of snack on the way. We already had the Serena Hotel mega breakfast. You don't want to turn down a snack. Oh, look at these amazing. So this is on the way to Azad Kashmir, and you've got these just amazing views. Look at that, the wonderful water on both sides. Look at it, just stunning.
Actually, look at the amazing view.
Just not sure I quite expected to see all these amazing views. Look at the way it's mirrored in that beautiful water.
So weird. This is so weird. You know when your window is locked?
Yeah.
I can open it slightly, but only halfway. Like I can close it.
Oh look, there you go, another beautiful view of that water. There's a boat going through as well. It looks a pretty cool place to drive a boat. They literally look like there's little islands inside this water area. Obviously kind of windy through the window. Look at that, absolutely stunning. Right now, I'm not sure we've got to, we may have got to, I think we probably are, possibly in Dadyal, the town just outside where Daddy John lives. But we are, and I think at this point we've stopped potentially,
Chickens in a cage.
because Daddy John's popped out to buy some samosas. Oh, and you can see the chickens in the cage, because literally that would be the meat shop. So you are going to get particularly fresh chicken.
The reality is, we try.
And then we go, we've arrived. This is Daddy John's house, and we're standing on the roof looking out. Sunset's coming.
Oh, look, can you hear the calls to prayer from different mosques around the area? Yeah.
Smoke coming at the brick factory.
The brick factory smoke's amazing, isn't it?
You see these cows walking around.
Look, the cow's going somewhere as well.
You say that like you're like pollution.
Well, the brick factory is just amazing, isn't it?
Daddy.
Are you going for a walk? Yeah, we'll come for a little walk with you.
That's the brick factory. That chimney in the distance you see there is the brick factory, which is quite amazing. I didn't get enough film of that. The call to prayer is mad because it comes from all these different mosques all around you. It sort of bounces around the mountains.
Quite mystical, man, with all the stuff in the background.
We're still in our Guraware at this point.
Do they do that for every prayer or is this the big one?
No, one of them. So you've got the different mosques, that's why you can hear it.
You can hear it echoing through the area. But do they make more of this one than the others? I haven't heard any of the other ones.
I did while I was sleeping.
But not like this.
You'll hear it again.
Yeah, we're still in the Western Close. We haven't gotten to the Shafar Kameez. We got them in Birmingham before we came. But it was amazing how the call to prayer bounced off all those mountains around and around you. Oh yeah, now it's got dark.
Can do that.
Or darker. You've got that beautiful kind of sunset.
I want that fish to be happy.
Next morning, and here we are having a sort of proper look at the place. You've got all those beautiful animals all around you the whole time. You can just see how beautiful the top of the house is. It's just an amazing place to be. Now all around, loads of these houses are owned by relatives. Certainly these ones opposite here are owned by Daddy John's relatives. And you can see down, yes, you can see almost that area is like a little sort of section.
Stop. Try
This is the chicken. This is when we went next door to another place where I had all these chickens, loads of chickens, not just this one chicken that I focused on.
Dog. Chicken.
Some goats.
No?
Oh yeah, this woman was milking. I think that's probably a buffalo, not a cow as I call it.
Oh man, a lot of milk's coming out of that cow, man. You can see him getting milked.
I see Mummy John's filming it as well. Oh, so this is like when you walk away from the house down towards the water area. Now this is Daddy John's. These are the graves of Daddy John's parents. Because the whole place, there's a dam nearby, and the whole place is flooded most of the year. The graves are actually concreted over so they don't get damaged as the water rises up. So the house Daddy John is in is actually different to the original one he had, because the original one was flooded. So they gave money for all these people to build, for everybody who lived there, to build new houses.
Stand on the car.
Standing upright on the car. How cool is that?
And hear the call to prayer again. Certainly that time of day, it's really mad with all the birds going crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Everything comes wild at this time, man. Yeah.
Oh, this is Dadyal.
कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है
This is a guy called Babu who lived opposite. He also lives in Birmingham. He drove us there in his car. He also had a motorbike. Anyway, it's just quite fascinating going through Dadyal. We did eat in one of these places here, a really nice meal in a place Daddy John knew. With there was a sort of biryani thing we had that was a bit like Chinese fried rice, because Pakistan's obviously borders China. It was really cool going into Dadyal. Really, really fun actually. And we had some amazing I've forgotten the name of them now, but sort of chaat with samosas, which was really, really tasty.
So where do you park?
Park. Just right
Anywhere.
hand
Yeah, yeah.
side. Right hand side anyway.
Anywhere.
Oh, we're on the way back now, and yeah, you can just see like the tractors driving around, and all the animals. Oh no, this was actually a Pathan wedding. So Pathans are migrants from Afghanistan, sorry.
They all have, man.
And they were out there, massive, never seen such big cooking pots. They were cooking the food there for hours and hours and hours on end.
Everybody's going.
And then, and as I said, everybody's going. Then suddenly Daddy John popped out the house, grabbed me, and we went off into the wedding. And we sat there, chilled out with everybody and ate the food. Oh, this dude, this is a relative. He's just brilliant. He went to the house next door and he had these amazing birds. Look at it. I think they also had dogs when they were there. But the bird was just amazing. Look at it. It's so weird. Look, just so still. Now we're on the way for an adventure. We're off to Titapani, which is like hot spring. So we're driving literally for hours off to see this hot spring, which is basically pretty much on the Indian border. When we got there were loads of like soldiers and stuff around the area when we got near there. Anyway, you'll see us get there. Oh, Zong 4G, that was like the SIM card you get. And I seem to remember it was quite complicated to get a SIM card. I think you might have, maybe you had to have a Naja card, which is like a, I couldn't have one, but Simon had one. I think it's like a, you know, a card to show you live there, or were Pakistani. Anyway, probably got that bit described well, it's completely wrong. But I think I must have just used my passport. But anyway, I can't remember. It was anyway, we eventually got the SIM card. Look at these amazing views though. Check it out everywhere. It's just so beautiful. This journey was amazing actually, because look, suddenly you went from those things into this like a German Swiss forest. It's just absolutely insane and so incredibly beautiful. And just the last thing I expected was this like sort of quite dense forest.
This is a weird forest, man. I mean, it's not what you'd have expected, is it? Don't you, mums? Amazing.
This is so beautiful. There was a moment where I glimpsed the mountains. It was almost like a religious experience. This sort of snow-capped K2 or whatever you could see from
Don't worry,
Pakistan.
I've got the reserve battery in there.
It's just amazing. But I just didn't expect it. It was so beautiful. This bit here. And we're back on the road again, sort of out of that forest section. Back with these lovely, graceful views everywhere. Look again, you're looking down to these rivers. It's just so extraordinary. It's an unbelievable landscape with that music from the car in the background. It's just dreamy. Oh no, I don't. This must have just been like a little town we drove through on the way. Oh, it's quite big now, doesn't it? It's just quite interesting every time you see the different towns and different things. Like, we should go out and go into all these shops. Right, I think, are we about to get to Titapani? I think we probably are. Oh, here we go. So this is Titapani. So I didn't manage to video it, ludicrous enough, but there was a small bit where there's literally like boiling water coming out of the ground. You could just down there on the in the water, you could literally boil an egg in it. It's absolutely mad. And that bit on the right hand there, that would be a sort of tourist place, but it was pretty much closed. There was nothing going on there. But it was just such a beautiful spot. This river, Rayford D, marching in. Those shoes are probably soaked. And then we decided, we took our shoes off and crossed over to the river, but I found the stones so unbelievably painful. Rayford D had to rescue me and take me back again. Oh, there, I'm in the Shwakamis by this time, obviously. To blend in, or not. It's so obvious. I didn't blend in. Oh, look at these amazing views down there to the river. It's rather beautiful around here. Not just those views, but the sun was setting. It had taken something like 4 hours to get there, or 3 hours. It wasn't exactly just up the road, as it were. Everybody's chilling out in the back, taking photos.
It's good in that mist, isn't it?
Oh man, look at that, those bridges. Because of course you have got these massive dams around there. Oh man, the whole day I've been desperate for a sharp, for a pee. And finally, I couldn't find a toilet anywhere at all. Yeah, so as I was saying, GoPro did a weird crash as usual, being too hot. As I was saying, I was absolutely desperate to go to the loo all day. And finally, I managed to climb down the edge of this cliff bit here. Well, it's not a real cliff. And managed to do a sharp pee down the edge of that. What a mission, man. Yeah, so thankfully stomach was in good order. Otherwise, that could have been a bit of a shocker scenario. But as it was okay. Beautiful views though, look at that, amazing. Look at that, just amazing. You can see why you got K2 and the rest of that stuff out there, can't you? In that amazing, amazing view. Right, on the road again. Still heading home. It was rather beautiful, the sunset with the music from the car. Ah, beautiful. A beautiful van with a fish on it. What more do you want than a van with a fish on it, everybody? How cool is that? Got a van with a fish. Beautiful. Beautiful sunset. Sunsets in Pakistan just amazing. It's almost like a dawn here. There's so much more colour and light. Just looks so cool through the car windscreen. Oh man, you can see the river down there. I haven't realised that. It's like that rose colour in the sky. It's stunning. Now, I might be completely wrong, but I had a feeling we were sort of coming through Mirpur, which is it's like the big, what do you say, the big town in Azad Kashmir. I think I might be completely wrong, but I think we were coming through, or near Mirpur. Maybe you could have seen it then. And we had a weird sort of traffic jam here. I don't think it was caused by the giant beasts in the road, but it was, then we're back next day. And we're just wandering down to the water by, I suppose it must be a huge lake. We're wandering down to the water by Daddy John's house. It's just so cool. Man, we saw like sort of spider nests there as well. Just on the ground. Look at it, it's so beautiful, that water, absolutely amazing. It must be related, I'm not quite sure how, but I think it must be related to the dam, when the dam is dammed, as it were. I guess the thing comes higher up. Oh man, look at those. Those are the bats. Those are the bats that were flying in and out of the ceiling in Daddy John's place. Absolutely extraordinary. And they're hiding in the lights. But they're just so beautiful flying around. I thought they were so beautiful, those bats. Absolutely fascinating. Oh no, this was the last day we were here, and the weird thing was, I think one sort of lead goat or cow or something had turned up, and all the other cows, there's Daddy John again, all the other cows had suddenly turned up and marched into the area. It's like all the animals just followed one of them and all appeared. It was so cool. No, maybe sheep.
Something amazing. Have you seen something amazing? Oh man!
Now that was what I thought was really weird, that had literally grown in a week. It just shows how fertile the land was.
Look at all the plants that have grown in there. They were there before.
There was nothing green
At
there
least
when
I
we
thought they'd
arrived.
grown there.
Nothing. It's grown in about a week. It's grown in about a week. All that's appeared in a week. All that's appeared in a week. And the stuff at the end of there wasn't even there yesterday. Or maybe it's actually planted. Or maybe it's actually planted there.
Our plants they grow.
All of the fruit trees around.
Yeah, but the census section. Yeah, but the census section wasn't there when we arrived. You must have planted it, and now it's
Just
grown.
amazed how quickly it grown.
For some reason I thought that was a leek.
A leak. A leak. Oh, a leak of water, or
Oh, a leak of water or a leak is a leak?
Oh yeah, no, it's leaking. Oh yeah, no, it's leaking.
Once again, just gives you a nice vibe of all the area, all the different houses around, relatives' houses.
Oh.
And we went for supper in loads of these places as well. And I think that one had been built by a guy who never turned up. The one in the distance that's grey and hadn't painted it. I think it is now actually painted. Yeah, that's the one that hadn't been finished, the one on the left. I think it is now finished. Oh, I think we get to see Limbo Chicken. Here's Limbo Chicken. Limbo Chicken seemed to limbo in and out under that gate, doing a limbo dance.
Yeah. Yeah. England. England. You'll probably feel pretty weird. You'll probably feel pretty weird. Well, I will. You won't.
There goes Limbo Chicken.
Oh, there we go. I've got Limbo Chicken limboing.
Thing is shouting, man. Much closer to nature out there. And then, after that, with the deed driving off into the distance, we're back in the car and we're off to Jhelum. So, part 2 coming soon. In part 2, we are off to Jhelum, and it's absolutely mad things there, like a sort of crazy kind of compound where there's like just lions and tigers wandering around behind tiny bits of sort of railing, if that. Yeah, and you get to see the Indian Border Patrol, and yeah, all sorts of other things in part 2 coming soon. Until then, please like and subscribe to this and my other channel at top10.com. Please subscribe at this point, it makes a massive difference. And Auf Wiedersehen, cheerio, bye bye, Hodarfis.